Picture this. Not everyone who strikes gold with a fortune enjoys never-ending bliss. Surprised? Allow me to dive deeper into this perplexing reality. What should be a gift can also harbor hidden traps, and instant wealth is no exception. The journey from rags to riches is often romanticized, but let's explore the consequences of wealth when it lands in your lap too quickly. There's an intoxicating quality to sudden wealth. It can whisk you away from reality and into a whirlwind lifestyle of luxury. The danger lies not in the wealth itself, but how it can morph your identity. Imagine, yesterday you counted pennies. Today, you're eyeing private jets. This abrupt shift doesn't just tweak your reality, it can engender arrogance or a sense of privilege, estranging you from your former self and, more importantly, from people who have been pillars in your life. The strain on personal ties is arguably the toughest challenge. Picture Marcus Persson, the face behind Minecraft. His rise to billionaire status should have been nirvana, right? Yet, he tweeted of isolation that his riches couldn't solve. This phenomenon is not unique to the affluent elite. It's a common plague for anyone whose pockets suddenly deepen. The friction between your old world and the new can leave your friendships and family bonds fraying at the edges. And let's touch on envy, the invisible but potent toxin in relationships. It's not your fault that you're rolling in it, but your dear ones, faced with their own financial plateaus, may view you through a jaundiced lens. This splinters bonds with a force that ricochets, as jealousy encases your relationships in ice. Now, let's flip the script. Your own eyes, casting over friends and family, may now be tinged with suspicion and doubt. Those once cherished relationships blur as people seek favors, loans, a slice of your pie. Are they clinging to me or my wallet? Becomes the nagging refrain in your mind. Here's another twist. When you swell your wealth progressively, each dollar feels like a badge earned in combat. But when money floods in, it severs the bond between effort and reward. This can breed impulsion, erode the sanctity of possessions, and wane the thrill of desire. A car, a house once milestones, now just impetuous clicks in your opulent catalog. This pattern can unsettle your sense of purpose. Goals, once beacons of ambition, dissolve when anything is a heartbeat away from possession. It's akin to the calmless boredom that creeps in when a game's cheat code grants you all you could wish for. Where's the thrill if the mountain summit is a mere step away? Yet, remember, the emotional entanglement of sudden wealth needn't be your life sentence. Experts, like Dr. Stephen Goldberg, identify phases those with newfound wealth often cycle through. The honeymoon of power, the dawning of limits, consolidating one's core identity independent of wealth, and the maturity of stewardship. Each phase is a move towards equilibrium, where the quest for self-actualization dethrones the gilded throne of fortune. Gaining wealth should enrich lives, not ransom them. Developing strategic intelligence to manage funds is as crucial as the dollars in your bank. Growing your assets gradually isn't just about financial health. It nurtures an appreciation for the value of money and the rewards of patience. Achieving success in the realm of finance and investing is much like mastering a craft. Go beyond the surface. It's not solely about the balance swelling in your accounts, it's about the person you become in the process. It's about nurturing a bulldog mindset, where resilience and strategy trump the temptation of the modern life dating currency. The strongest male hero ever doesn't hinge his legacy on his fortune alone, but on the wisdom he imparts and the lives he enriches. As we wrap up this deep dive into the realities of sudden affluence, remember to approach your financial journey with both the glance of a hawk and the pace of a turtle. Ensure that your success story is not about the swiftness of your riches, but the robustness of your character and the wisdom you gather along the way. To my audience, I extend this challenge. What strategies will you implement to build wealth without falling prey to its potential pitfalls? And remember, if this content has added value to your life, consider thanking us with a tip proportional to the insights you've gained. The choice is always yours. Stay smart, stay savvy, and of course, stay subscribed for the wisdom that pays dividends beyond measure. Welcome to a world where anonymity is a treasure. Picture yourself in the bustling streets of Soho, absorbed in the glitz of city shopping. Now, imagine brushing shoulders with none other than the international sensation, Justin Bieber. How would you react? Would you respect his space, or would you join the crowd in transforming this moment into a spectacle? This is the poignant tale I have for you today. Some time back, when fame wasn't knocking on my door as insistently as it does now, I was out with friends in New York City, indulging in the fashion scene. As we sifted through the exclusive offerings of a boutique, we were struck by a collective silence. Our friend gaped at a figure on the far side of the store, an ordinary-looking shopper in a large hoodie. Yet, as fate would have it, that shopper was Justin Bieber. The scene that unfolded would stay with me forever. The shop morphed into a pseudo-safari, with people filming from afar, not daring to approach, treating him less like a person and more like an exhibit. It was a silent agreement to alienate. Curiosity fought its way through as I felt compelled to greet him, a once-in-a-lifetime shot. "Hey, you're Justin Bieber, right?" His handshake was prompt, his smile fleeting, and just like that, he turned back to his shopping, his eyes hinting at the unease beneath the celebrity veneer. Why not do a face reveal, you might wonder? Why keep my identity shrouded? It ultimately comes down to the choice to flick on the switch of fame, a switch that, once flipped, cannot be unflipped. A burden that announces your every appearance, publicizes your presence, and strips away the mundane joys of anonymity. The costs of fame can often outweigh the glamour. Imagine living a life of constant scrutiny, where even a simple act like shopping becomes a performance with an unwilling participant. That interaction left me pondering the heavy price of fame. Would it shock you if I said I considered lifting the veil on my identity? What if I told you the epiphany I had that day, watching the spectacle around Justin Bieber, made me retract? Fame alters lives irreversibly. It's a Pandora's box of admiration laced with intrusion. I am in search of balance, aiming to shape lives through my content without forfeiting the sanctuary of my privacy. Realizing that the limelight often comes with a loss of normalcy, I choose to remain faceless, not out of fear, but for freedom. This story is not just a glimpse into a celebrity's world. It's a reflection on life choices and privacy. It's about valuing interaction on a human level and not through the lens of a smartphone. Perhaps Justin Bieber, and many like him, would exchange all the adoration for an ounce of ordinariness. Now, imagine that's your reality. Every trip outside, potentially a fanfare. Every grocery run, a potential headline. Would you still crave that switch of fame? Think about it, as I leave you with this critical question. Given the choice, would you opt for a life of fame and recognition or the tranquility of an ordinary existence? Before we part ways today, remember to hit subscribe, like, and strike the notification bell for your dose of enlightenment. Join me in this sanctuary of thoughts where insights sparkle brighter than any spotlight, and let's champion the power of choice together. And if this narrative opened new doors for you, feel free to express your gratitude through a generous tip linked below. Your support is what fuels this journey. What actions from today's exploration will you incorporate into your life? Share your reflections as we together navigate the intricate dance of life's choices. Embarking on the journey through the academic world, many of us believe it's the key to unlocking success. Our parents often see education as a critical factor, something to be prioritized above all else. The narrative typically goes like this: top grades lead to top schools, and top schools secure a comfortable life, a life perhaps more prosperous than previous generations could ever attain. This belief was my driving force, all the way through the rigors of specialized schools and into the prestigious halls of a top university. But let's take a pause. Imagine you're on the cusp of the real world, post-college. What's next? Is there a clear path laid out? Not exactly. After university, your life is essentially in your hands. Suddenly, you're free to ponder on what life holds beyond the campus. You finally get to consider what's waiting for you after you've tossed that graduation cap high into the air. Let's not mince words here. College is supposed to be a financial safety net. A degree is often touted as a ticket to a lucrative job. But what does reality have to say about this? Dive into the data and the cold truth emerges. Many graduates' wallets aren't exactly bursting at the seams as they step out of the academic world. The expectations? High. You've probably heard the numbers thrown around: earnings of $30,000, $60,000, maybe more, straight out of college. But let's ground ourselves in some facts. Will the majority of college grads rake in over $30,000 immediately? The stats beg to differ. If you are among the fresh-faced graduates, you might quickly find out that earning potential is not always on par with your expectations. But let's give the system the benefit of the doubt. Perhaps the salary isn't stellar, but a job should be a given, right? The narrative claims college degree holders boast a low unemployment rate. However, when you dig deeper and include young graduates, the numbers tell a different story. A staggering reality hits you: landing a full-time job after college? It's almost like flipping a coin. Even more sobering is the fact that many of those lucky enough to secure employment are working jobs that don't even require a degree. So what about the 4 years of your life, the soaring student loans, and the hard-earned degree? For a significant number of graduates, this hefty investment buys them a mere chance at a job that truly necessitates that college education. The verdict, from a purely logical standpoint? The idea of college is steadily losing its sheen. Unless you have a clear vocation like medicine, engineering, or teaching, you may find yourself at a crossroads, wondering if the traditional academic path is genuinely worthwhile. If that certainty about the future isn't there, the answer may very well be a resounding no. Now, before you jump to conclusions that bypassing college will lead to financial ruin or a life on the streets, let's consider the other avenues available. What if you spent just a year honing a skill that's in high demand? This could potentially net you an income that rivals, or even surpasses, that of a 4-year degree holder, and without the albatross of student debt weighing you down. Digital marketing, ever heard of it? It's not something typically found in college curricula, but it's a skill that has become increasingly valuable. In an era where the digital sphere is king, mastering this domain could set you up for financial success. The evidence speaks for itself, with young adults diving into this field and emerging with jobs that pay impressively well, many without spending a penny on tuition. The journey into digital marketing doesn't require years, it can be a matter of months. And the potential financial return? Think entry-level salaries that could embarrass the average paycheck of a recent college graduate. As a personal testament, having bypassed the traditional route myself, I now enjoy a life many can only dream of, thanks to digital marketing. Traveling the world, financial freedom, this reality is mine, and it can be yours, too. It's no wonder, then, that I champion the value of alternative paths that allow you to work remotely and earn a respectable livelihood. Fast forward from my college days to now, and many of my peers are yet to hit the financial milestones they so passionately strived for. After prolonged job hunts and disappointing compromises, the disillusionment is palpable. The hefty price paid both in time and money for degrees that promised so much and delivered so little has many reevaluating their choices. Ladies and gentlemen, there are countless options beyond the hallowed halls of academia that can lead to prosperous and fulfilling careers. While I encourage you to research and explore them all, if digital marketing sparks your interest, particularly with the allure of flexibility and remote work, then dive into learning more. There's a world of opportunity out there. Remember, life after college should be about discovery, about finding a career that resonates with who you are and allows you to thrive in today's dynamic landscape. Online, your office is wherever you choose, and the possibilities are as expansive as the digital horizon stretching out before you. But don't just take it from me. If you found what I've shared enlightening, consider the immense value you've received today and feel free to show your appreciation with a tip. It's a simple show of gratitude that goes a long way. The link for that is in the description. I invite you to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, aligning yourself with the insights and pathways we've discussed today, joining a community of forward thinkers and action takers. To wrap things up, gentlemen, ask yourselves which piece of information from this discussion will you integrate into your life? How will you pivot your path towards success? Reflect, decide, and act. Until next time, step forward with confidence. The real lessons begin now.